Without the choir, my life would be empty and without vision.
The choir means hope for the future.
It has shown me it is possible to achieve dreams.
It's the only thing I have in life.
I always wanted a family. Now I have one.
There's more than one way to change the world. With 7 billion people across the globe, it's sometimes hard to imagine how one person can make a notable difference. But all hope is not lost. Despite the overwhelming challenges, the truth is that it is possible to make an impact in society, and sometimes in the most surprising ways. 11 years ago, Yanni and Marina Zaiman and their children survived a hijacking ordeal and chose to react positively. It was then that the Mzansi Youth Choir was born. A safe place for disadvantaged teens and young adults to get away from pressing hardship and dire circumstance. They were soon joined by Theo and Annie Feltzman to form a dedicated team that shared ambitions and dreams to make South Africa a better and safe place, not only for the present, but also for the future. Mzansi is township slang for South Africa. And today, the Mzansi Youth Choir is widely regarded as the best show choir in the country. As the choir expanded, the financial needs grew, and the choir started to perform as a professional show choir to supplement their income through performance fees whilst growing their experience. The Mzansi Youth Choir is made up of around 50 choristers from Soweto, from 28 different schools. But they are really one big family who have come to support each other with friendship and unconditional love, inside and outside the choir. Since 2003, the choir has had the privilege of getting to know more than 500 children, all of whom come from very challenging backgrounds. Despite this, they have hope for the future, and the Mzansi Youth Choir has helped make that possible. In fact, a common sentiment among the group is that the choir keeps them off the streets, away from violence, gangs, and drugs. The choristers have not only learned to sing together, but have learned values like self-discipline and other important life skills. In recognizing the strong tradition of song in this country, the choir's repertoire is proudly South African and covers a thrilling assortment of South African music. Their youthful sound, sensational choreography, pulsating energy, and devotion to South Africa will no doubt take them far. Further enhancing their reputation as a show choir, the choir is choreographed by Alfred Pakati, who is also the lead dancer and dance director of the internationally revered production African Footprint. Alfred's infectious energy and enthusiasm ensure that the very highest standards are achieved during each performance.
We deal with some heartbreaking stories, but it's always such a joy when we see a child go from their humble beginnings to the success that they become when they eventually leave the choir. A few years ago, a boy called Siyabonga came to an audition. He was orphaned at a young age, but had a wonderful talent to sing. He impressed us, and after a few years in the choir, was introduced to Maestro Richard Koch, who assisted him in obtaining a study bursary at the Northwest University. In 2012, he was one of 2 South African singers to receive an opera bursary to study in Germany. The great thing about the Mzansi Youth Choir is that it isn't one-dimensional. This is demonstrated by the fact that the choristers start with no music training or choral experience and within months are able to perform on the international stage. Lives are changed through music and singing, but also through hard work, travel, networking, as well as the promise of a better life.
This prestigious group of choristers is led by none other than internationally recognized conductor Ralph Schmidt, who is considered one of the best producers of choral show music and African music in the world. Since the choir's inception, 4 CDs have seen the light, with some of the choir's original works that contain strong messages of hope, love, and the value of self-belief. Tracks from Mzansi's latest album, Sunshine, are regularly downloaded across the globe, and some of their traditional songs have been nominated and published for other choirs to perform across the world. The Mzansi Youth Choir has a prolific history of exciting highlights and achievements. Some of these include performing at local events like Mnet Idols, Starlight Classics, Huisgenoot Skouspel, KAKNK, the South African Music Awards, and many more. As well as sharing a stage with Shakira and Freshly Ground in the kick-off concert for the 2010 Soccer World Cup. That's not all though. The Mzansi Youth Choir has travelled around the world, performing in Canada, Denmark, England, Scotland, and Turkey. They headlined Europe's largest contemporary vocal festival, and they received huge recognition for their performance at the London Guildhall, as well as the Nelson Mandela Day at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow.
The Mzansi Youth Choir is constantly exploring means of making the change that we see in our choristers' lives sustainable. Currently, senior choristers are empowered by the choir's organization, from driving the buses to administrative tasks like helping them with ID and visa applications or washing and repairing the uniforms. Each of these choristers receive a monthly salary, but the vision is to be able to give each chorister a year-end bonus. The dream is to develop a training program where choristers are coached and trained further in terms of skill development and discovering career opportunities. We're hoping that some choristers can become facilitators in this program and continue the legacy of changing lives.
There is so much opportunity to help others, whether one person or a whole community. And there are those who take a chance and give for the benefit of those others. The Mzansi Youth Choir is testament to this, proving that kindness begins with a decision. And those who make that decision to instill hope in the lives of others are the ones who make a life-changing difference for those who need it most. The Mzansi Youth Choir.
Hey,